with the check option statement, once you want to create your view, the view successfully designed here, and this view do you need to call. So I'm just calling this view, select a star from view number 4, and to execute this one. So where the location is India, so whatever the where condition location is India, so that information is going to be displaying from the table. Okay, now this is one thing it was happening. Second one is what now? When I'm going to sending some data through view and the location is equals India, must and should be satisfied, because here we are using with the check option statement. So with the check option statement, the check constant, how it was going to do, it was going to be checking this user defined condition, whatever I was given now. So let you see, suppose if I'm going to insert now, suppose are you trying to insert into v number 4, sending values of so department number 50 and sending some sap, for example, other than India, if anything you can send it. Suppose are you sending like this Hyderabad, then what it was happening here, your location name is Hyderabad, so immediately this location name Hyderabad is going to be comparing with your where class condition. So you are with the where class condition, which one your check constraint or check option will be checking now. So now Hyderabad is equals to India. Hyderabad is equals to India. So condition true or false? Condition is false. So when condition is false, then this is not allowed. Let you see. Let you see. I'm going to inserting this one. Okay. And now it is not allowed. And what it was saying that the updated insert or update failed because the target view either specifies with the check option statement. Okay, now so now let you come out and see your table. Okay, see your table. The SAP department number 50 is not allowed because my location name is not satisfied. Okay, now so now instead of this Hyderabad, suppose I'm going to pass in here India. Okay, then what was happening, guys, here, whatever the location name are you passing, now this value is satisfied with the given condition where LOC is equals to India. So now whatever the value I'm sending now, that value is going to be satisfied as per the given condition, right? So now the condition is coming out. So when it was going to like this, then you can see your with check option statement is satisfied. And now let you come out and to execute your condition is true, that is satisfied, it is allowed. After allowing this, you just come out and see your base table. So 50 SAP India was okay, was going to be accepted into your table. And later I need to call my view number 4 and to execute it. So that will be reflecting or not. You can see yes, 50 SAP India was going to be reflected. So that means with the check option statement, when I want to use means whenever you want to check your values while inserting into base table through a view. So at the time with check option statement will be useful for us. With the checkout statement will be useful for us. Okay, no? Right. So this is what with check option statement, how to use in my view statement to check the values with user defined condition which was given in the select query. Okay, no? Right. For that purpose we have to use it now. And the second one is what now, guys, here with the encryption. With the encryption. So before I want to know about with encryption, if I want to know about it, okay, first of all we need to understand about encryption statement. Okay, first of all we should know about okay, read only tables or metadata tables idea should be required. So metadata tables, otherwise read only tables. So what is metadata table and what is a read only table? Okay, now it means that, okay, metadata table, okay, these are we called as a predefined tables, guys, actually. Okay, these are predefined tables. Okay, now, and these tables, Okay, predefined. Otherwise, even though you can say system defined tables. System defined table. So these are not user defined. System defined tables also we can say. So these tables, okay, what it will be storing, what kind of information it will be stored means these tables are are storing data
Then
about
we want to check balance
data,
condition.
storing data about data. So what is the mean by data about the data means, for example, in your SQL server, in your SQL server, okay, there are so many different objects we are creating. Like we are going to be created views, created synonyms objects, created what in constants we applied. Okay, na? So like we creating procedures, functions, triggers. So there are different types of objects we are going to be created. And whatever that objects we are creating under databases in SQL Server, in SQL Server databases, so that each and every object related informations are stored. Okay, so storing data about data means what? No, it means that it means that it means that it will store it will store it will store the information. It will store the information about about database database objects, like tables information, like constraints information, like synonyms information, like views information, like stored procedures information, like stored functions informations. Okay, so these kind of things, okay, so this kind of okay, so informations it will be storing under metadata tables. So it is also table is nothing but storing some information. But which information is storing here? This metadata table means storing about a database objects, like whatever, how many tables are you created in your database, how many user defined tables, how many system defined tables are there in your SQL server. Okay, how many views you created. Okay, so which type of constraints we applied on a table. So this all kind of how many procedures are you created. So this kind of information, these type of information is storing under metadata tables. Okay, now, so that is the purpose of a metadata table. These are system defined tables. These tables are storing some information about your database objects or objects related informations. It will be stored. Okay, but these metadata tables, why we called as a read only tables means, okay, these tables are okay only used to supports which one here means select a command only supporting us. It's a very important point. Select command only supports, but we cannot perform we cannot perform DML operations. We cannot perform DML operations on these metadata tables, on these metadata tables. Okay, na? So DML, that means on these tables we cannot insert, on this table we cannot update, on this table we cannot delete. So these operations we cannot perform on system or predefined tables or metadata tables. Okay, na? So this is only for the retrieve. That means whatever the information is storing under metadata tables, that information I can retrieve and I can see it, right? But I cannot do any kind of manipulations. So that means it supported only select query. It supported only select query. So that's why it is called as a read only, okay, tables record, because we know that the select command we are using for reading purpose. So reading is nothing but what a retrieval purpose. Okay, na? So that purpose we are using select command, so that it is only read only table. That means just for reading, but we can't do any DML operations on this table. Okay, so that is what we call it as, guys. And in this, there are so many metadata tables are there. So few examples I will show you, then you will get some idea. Few examples I will show you, you will get some idea. Okay, now, so some metadata tables are okay. Okay, some metadata tables are okay. So like first one is called as, for example, sys objects. Sys objects. Second one is called as here sys objects. Second one is called as sys columns. Sys columns. Like third one is called as like sys okay comments. So these are a few metadata tables. Okay, now sys objects. Sys means what now? System defined. Sys means what now? System defined. Sys column, sys comments. Okay, now let you see. Suppose what is sys objects? This metadata table, this metadata table is going to be stored. Okay, this table, this table, this metadata table is storing, okay, is storing database objects, database objects information, objects information. Okay, such as, such as, such as, such as tables, okay, views, synonyms,
Synonyms,
etc.
such as table,
Okay,
views,
synonyms, etc.
synonyms, etc.
Okay, right. Now, so the syntax here, observe. The syntax is observed here. What is the syntax for this? Means select, only reading purpose only we are using this one, so that we are using select star from what is your metadata table sys objects where x type is equals to, where x type is equals to, okay, some value, x type is equals to some value. Now here, what is value? What is value? So x type is a metadata table column name, and your value means what? Means here, observe. So x type values are okay, x type values are okay, so many are there. What is x type values are? Like yes, capital S. So yes, if I'm giving in the name of, in place of value, if I'm going to using S, then S is representing what now? System tables are showing us. That means in your SQL server, how many number of system tables are there? That system tables I can see in my database. S means. In the same to same U means in a particular database, how many user defined tables are you designed? That means are you created? Suppose in your database MyDB 6 PM, how many user defined tables are there? Okay, how many user defined tables are there that we can see it? Like in the same to same, when I'm using view, it will be showing about the views information. It will be showing about the views information. So I can see views, okay, information I can see. So I can see all views here. I can see all views. Okay. So like this, there are some value. If I want to apply a PK is nothing but I can see primary key information. So on which table, on which column you applied primary key, that information I can see. If I'm using F is nothing but what now I can see about the foreign key information. If I'm using here, for example, I'm using here, okay, C means it, I can see about the check constraint information. Like if I'm using UQ means what now? Unique constant information. Unique constant information. Suppose in the same to same, I can use here, suppose I can use SP is nothing but I can see how many stored procedures are you created, stored procedures information. Okay, like if I'm using fn means what now? I can see my functions information. I can see functions information. So like this, which value, there's so many values like, so which value are you representing in the way, in the place of X type, where condition, in where condition, in place of X type, which value are you mentioned? So based on that value, that related informations are showing us. Okay. Now let you see some example if you understand. Come back here. So I selected my database, right? So I selected MyDB 6 p.m. for example. When I selected MyDB 6 p.m., now in this I have to see, suppose I'm passing, select star from sys objects metadata table where X type is equals to, if I'm giving S. Yes means what it was happening, you can see system defined tables are storing here. System defined tables informations are storing. So these are all sys rows, sys columns. So, okay, these are all are we called as a system related or system defined tables. That is called as a system or predefined tables. Okay, so these are automatically your system is going to be maintained in your database. Suppose in this, I want to see user defined tables. Okay, how many user defined tables are you created in MyDB 6 p.m.? That you can see directly if you want to come back here to open MyDB 6 p.m. and in a tables folder, these are all our user defined tables. So these are all our user defined, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, like 24 or 25 tables we have. So these are all tables. If you want to see user defined tables, is going to be displaying here. Can you see all user defined? EMP Hyderabad, Chennai, student, course, test 1, test 2, register, test 3, test 4, test 5, test 6, test 7, test 8, test 9, DEPT 1, EMP 1, DEPT 2, EMP 2, DEPT 3, EMP 3, parent, child, branch, EMP 33, like 24 tables are we have it. So there's 24, that means in your MyDB 6 p.m. database, how many user defined tables are there means I can go for the 24 tables we have it in this. Okay, that information I can see. For example, let you see, go for, if you want to apply a PK. So primary keys, where on which table, how many primary keys are you applied into entire database tables means, then you can see there are few primary keys are you applied. Almost 5 primary keys I applied on a different table. One primary key on test 8 table, one primary key applied test 9 table, one primary key applied department 1, department number 2, and department number 3, like you can apply primary keys. So can you see, this is called as X type. This is called as X type PK. This is called as X type PK. So that information, these all are called as a metadata information we called. These all are called as a metadata information we called. Okay, now, right. So let you see PK on test 8 is there or not there. Let you see test 8 table I open and the PK is there in this. Let you open now. Yes. So PK is there or not? Yes, test 8 table is having primary key constant. So that information is showing. And this ID number's constant key name is there. So this ID number you can see the same ID will be there here, F3. Okay now. So like test 9 also I was applied primary key. So let you come out to open your test 9 and open your keys. Yes, here also one primary key we applied. Okay, now, so like this, okay, how many primary keys you applied, so that information, okay, on which table your primary key are you applied, that information I can see it like this. In the same pattern, if I want to use like the F means what now? Foreign keys. And let you see how many foreign keys we applied here. So the foreign keys you can see on EMP1 and 2 and 3 tables. On these 3 tables, we applied foreign keys, and this is completely foreign keys metadata information. This is completely foreign keys metadata information. Now you can see it now. Okay, now, right. So like this guys here, each and every information is going to be stored now. Okay, so emp1 fk means foreign key. Now emp1 table, you just open it now. Foreign key is there or not there, can you check? Yes, foreign key is there. Okay, now like you can see it in the same to same, I have to see in mydb 6 p.m. Suppose in the place of f I want to say view. So V I mentioned, V means what now? Views. Now see how many views are there in MyDB 6 p.m. database. There is no view. There is no views in MyDB 6 p.m. database, right? Let you see MyDB 6 p.m. database. The views are there or not there. Okay, let you come out and see guys here. So views I just opened, there is no views here. So it's an empty folder. Let you see, there is no views. But the same thing, if I want to go for my database, I selected, database is selected, my database. And see in my database, how many views are there? Yes. So we have how many views here? So the view V1, V2, V3, V4. So like you see, my database, go for your my database now. So my database, I just open and go to views and refresh your views. To total 4 views are there: view 1, v2, v3, and v4. Right? Are you understand now? Now, so like total 4 views are there, and this is completely the view informations. Okay, metadata information we called as. Okay, now? So these are the metadata tables. What and which type of information is storing means it's all database objects related information are stored. So your which type are you passing, the value what which you are passing, based on that that related information is going to be showing us. Okay, now so that is what the values are. I was given X type values are S, U, V, P, K, F, C, U, K, SP, and FN. Okay, now so like this we can go for that guys. Okay, right. So this is one metadata table we are using. Second one is what now I said here, sys columns. The second metadata table, sys columns. So this table, what it will be stored means, this table is storing this metadata table is storing okay, the information, storing the information of each and every information, each and every column associated, column associated with with a table, with a table. Okay, now so table or view objects. Okay, now so this is what it was telling, sys columns metadata table. It was showing us in particular table, in a particular table, how many number of columns are we have it. We know how many rows are, we know in a particular table. If you know how many rows are there, that we are writing select a count of star. Okay, we are writing. But in a particular table, how many columns are there, that I want to know, then there we can use a sys columns metadata table. For example, let you see, suppose in this only, if I want to call select a star from emp table guys. In emp table, this is emp table information. Okay, the columns informations are there and rows also there. Total how many rows? 15 rows are there. Okay, so now suppose if I want to know about the rows, then we are passing what now? Count of star from emp table. Okay, so how many rows are there? 15 rows are there, that telling us 15 rows are there, that was telling us. But I want to know about how many columns are there in the table. How many columns are there in the table means, then I'm using select a star from sys columns, where id is one predefined column in your sys columns table. Id is equals to object underscore id of every table is having object id. So what is your table name? For example, emp table. Every table is having object id. So the table object id emp table. Suppose in emp table, whatever the columns are there, that all columns information is showing us. Can you see? So emp number, e name, job, MGR, hire date, salary, commission, department number. So total, how many columns are there, guys? Means here total. Okay, we have here 8 columns are there. Every column related information, completely metadata information is going to be displaying us. Okay, now. So this is in a particular table. How many number of columns are there? The columns information we can see it. In the same to same, for example, if I want to send in place of this, suppose another table I'm passing here. So DEPT table I'm passing. And let you see in this DEPT table, how many columns? There are 3 columns, DEPT number, name, and LOC. So like this, we can go to checkout information, right? Now, this is one metadata table, guys, here. Okay. So in the second one, the third one is what now? Sys comments. Sys comments. So this is one more metadata table. This metadata table, what it will be stored. That means this metadata table is storing the information about view objects. The information about the view objects. Okay, now. So same to same, let you come out. Suppose in my database, how many views are there? Can you see? I'm passing this one. Okay, there are 4 views are there, right? So all views information is showing us. But in this, each and every view is created with some query statement, right? Now let you come out. Now I'm passing. Select a star from sys comments where ID is equals to, so object underscore ID of, suppose I'm passing view 1. The first view is view 1. If I'm sending like this, guys, here, then you can see your view 1 ID is some ID is generated and some metadata table is there. So let you come out. Yes, here one of the column is called, careful observe, which column? Text column. One of the column is text column. In this text column, can you see your view, whatever the view is created, the view on which way you created, that statement is having. So create view 1 as a select star from DEPT. Okay, now, so let you see. If you want to go for that, in place of star, what is my column name here? What is the column name here? Text column, yes or no? So I'm passing here text. I'm passing here text column. Okay, let you see v1 text, you can see v1 text, you can see. So this is v1 text. Understand? That means this view are you created on which selector statement. So whatever the selector statement you written in this view, that you can see. In the same to same view 2, suppose view 2 I want to see, then I can see view 2. Then I can see view 2. So view 2 syntax or view 2 example statement, whatever we created views, create view 2 as select EMP number, ename, salary from EMP. Like if you want to see another view is there, that is called a view 3. What is view 3? If you want to see, you can see like this. Your view 3 is called as this one. Okay, now, so I think it is all you remember, already we created previously. And today we created one of the view 4. Just now today we created, right? So that you can see. So now we can see, now. So with the check option statement through, this view is created. With the check option statement. Okay, now. So just now created. What is your creation? Create view v number 4 as select a star from DEPT where LOC is equals to India with the check option. So like this, a specific view okay, how you created this view, and in this view which type of query statement you return. So that kind of information I can see it by taking of sys comments, okay, metadata table. Okay, so these are what now. So that means what you understand finally, every metadata table is a predefined or system defined tables, and these are also like a tables storing some information about your database related objects. Okay, whatever the database related objects are there, that all informations we can store it. Okay, right. So now these are called as a metadata, guys, right? Now come out. Now come to what is our the second option, view option. What is your second option? Okay, sys object. What is second option? Yes, with encryption. So what is the mean by with encryption? Okay, now we can see. What is the mean by with encryption? What is the mean by with encryption means? With encryption, encryption means generally we are using encryption what purpose we are encryption need to hide. Now you can see in this, suppose view number 4 is there, right? So view number 4, when I'm calling, so this is my text it was showing us, right? So that means whenever, if I'm not creating my view with the encryption statement, then anybody can see my view statement. Okay, anybody can see my view statement. So whatever I was written my select query, which condition I used, that complete information, the people can see it. But the same here, same view number 4, suppose whatever we created, view number 4. So suppose this was, I created, okay, suppose I'm creating now, let you come out, yes. Okay, suppose I'm using, what is this? Create, suppose, observe carefully, view name, v5 as select star from DEPT. Okay, now I'm using with the encryption. So along with the view, with the encryption statement, if I created with encryption statement. So what is the mistake here we done? With encryption is in needed common table. Common table expression, you need express terminate previous statement with a semicolon. Okay, semicolon. Okay, let you see. I'm going to using, suppose with encryption I'm using here. Okay,
జగ్గాడు స్విచ్ బోర్డు
let
పెట్టరా
you see one
కొంత
table, one view is created now.
పొడుగుతుంటా స్విచ్ బోర్డు ఒకటి ఏదో ఆ బ్లాక్ రౌండ్ది కాదు ఇంకోటి ఉంటుంది చూడు ఏడంది మమ్మీ
I want to create.
దాన్ని పెట్టి ఆ మంచం మీద పెట్టి ఒకరంతా
Create view number 5. Okay, as select star from, suppose any one table. Okay, with the table name. So with the
ఆ ఫోన్ ఛార్జింగ్ తీసుకొచ్చి కూడా పెట్టి మంచం మీద అట్ట
table name. So with the encryption mode, I have to give it here. So just write it here. With encryption. Okay, with encryption, select a star from DEPT table. So let you see,
ఛార్జింగ్
guys,
కూడా
here.
పెట్టినావా
Now I'm going to create
రా
one view. with the encryption statement. Okay, now right. So now I'm executing this one. Carefully observe. So the view is successfully created.
ఆ బ్యాగ్
The
ఎత్తుకొచ్చేస్తా.
view is successfully created, but whenever the view is created, I'm using what now? With encryption statement I'm using.
అయిపోయిల్లమ్మా.
So whenever I'm using with encryption statement, whenever are you created a view, whenever we created a view, then what it was happening, you can see, now I'm calling select text from sys
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
comments, sys comments, where id is equals to where I when I'm executing whatever the text we written, whatever the query we return in this view, that information users cannot see it. That information user cannot see it. So that means user cannot see it means what now? The user doesn't know whatever I written in my view statement, which condition is written in my select query. Okay, so which condition I written in select query along with view, so that complete your code, complete your query will be hiding, and the query is not showing to other users. Okay, now so it's just showing your text null. For example, let you see if I remove this one. Okay, I'm just altering. I remove this one with encryption statement is removed. Normally, I'm creating my view. What is the alter view number 5? Okay, just normally, I'm just alter. Alter means modification. So modification is done. Now you can come out and see. Now, can I see my view number 5 information? Can I see? Can I see view number 5 statement information now? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So create view number 5 as select a star from. So see, whenever you created a view without encryption statement, your view text information clearly showing us what you written, that clearly I can show it. Okay, now, but when I'm creating the same view, suppose see, I'm creating the same view with what statement here? With the encryption statement. With encryption, suppose I'm just modification again altering my view number 5. So view 5 is alter, but this time with encryption statement I added, and now you can call view number 5 statement. Can I see? Can I see or no? No, we cannot see. Like you can see now it was showing null. Okay, now understand. Now understand with the encryption. So where you want to use with the encryption means whenever you want to hide. Okay, so whenever you want to hide the text information about view, so to hide view text statement, there we can use it with encryption. Okay, now this is what guys here, second view option statement. And next the third one is what now? With the okay schema binding. So with the schema binding, when I want to use with the schema binding, when I want to use let you come out with the schema
Real
binding.
love.
Schema binding when I want to use means generally what it was happen guys here. Once we created a view on a particular table, okay, then what it was happening, the table can be dropped automatically that belongs to view, the related view doesn't work, and tables we can dropping our table. Okay, now so for example, let you see what is my point here. Observe carefully. Suppose I just take it here, my 6 p.m. In this my 6 p.m., one of my table, for example, let you see, test one table is there now. Okay, this is one of my table is there. Suppose on this table, I am creating view, create a view. Okay, view number, how much here? 6, huh? 6. Okay, as select star from test number 1. Now I created view successfully in my DB 6 p.m. Let you come out. So my DB 6 p.m. I have to go. So table There are test1 table is there. Yes, we have a test1 table successfully. Okay, na? And later view. Okay, so now I refresh my views. So yeah, V6 is created. V6 is created on which table, guys? Your test1 table, right? But now can you tell me, when I was created a view, I'm not using any with the schema binding statement is not using. With the schema binding statement is not used, right? Now, so now without a schema binding statement, I was created a view on a particular base table, right? Okay, fine, view is created successfully, and this view successfully working also. If you want to call V6, and successfully it was working because base table is there in my database. Okay, suppose what I'm going to do, suppose the user is going to be doing like this, drop table, test1 table, he was dropping. Now see whether the user is dropping base table or not. Carefully to check here, I just go to done. Yes. Yeah, my base table is successfully dropping. Yeah, my base table is successfully dropping. So let you come out, guys, your base table test1 is dropping or not. I just refresh my tables here. So I just refresh my tables folder. I'm refreshing now. Right? And after refresh, let you see your test1 table is there or not there. Come on, guys. Your test1 table is dropping now. Yes, it was dropped. Yes, your test1 table is dropped. So test1 table is dropping, but whatever the view is created on that table, that view I'm just refreshing. I just refresh. But what happened? View doesn't drop. Okay, now view doesn't drop, but this view on which table we are created, the table is dropped, but view doesn't drop. So view doesn't drop, but what it was happened, the view is working or not working, you can see. I'm calling select a star from view 6. I'm calling select a star from view 6. I'm calling. Then what it was saying, invalid object name test1. So that means this view are you created on test1 table, but unfortunately the test1 table is not there in the database. So that means what you understand, guys, here, whenever we drop a base table, then your view is working or not working, guys? Is working or not working? Yes, view is not working. Why, sir, view is not working means this view on which base table are you created, that base table is not there in the database. That base table is not there in the database. So point is clear now? Point is clear now? Yes. So this is what it was. And that means we can drop our base table directly. So if anybody come, they drop our base table, then base table is dropping. And also whatever the view is there, the view is also not working. Okay, now, so that means here, there is no use of view creation. Okay, there is no use of view creation because base table is dropping, then there is no use of a view and view doesn't work. So this is this kind of problem we are facing. So then what I want to do to avoid this problem, okay, what I want to use here, with the schema binding statement I have to use. With a schema binding statement I have to use. So when I'm using schema binding statement, what happened? If user tried to drop a base table, then the base table cannot be dropped. Okay, so when we want to restrict to drop a base table, okay, which is used, this table is used to create a view. This is used to create a view. So the table, if I want to, if anybody try to drop my base table, already that base table is having views. And that base table, if anybody, they're fortunately or unfortunately, they want to try to drop it, then that I want to restrict now. Okay, now I want to restrict now. But when here, very important point. So when we use okay, with the schema binding statement, with the schema binding statement, okay, now, then we follow, okay, the basic, we follow basic rules. We follow basic rules. What is your first rule? So what is the first rule? Okay, don't use star, don't use star in select query. This is our first rule. First rule. Second one is what now? Your object name, whatever it was there, your object name should be refer with a prefixed prefixed with a prefixed, refer with a prefixed, that is what now, dbo dot your table name. Okay na? So your table name, object name is not table name, refer with a prefixed statement. Okay, that is called a dbo dot table name. So if you're not doing like this, then you cannot create a view, and don't use a star also. Okay, when I'm using with the schema binding statement, when I'm using with the schema binding statement in my view creation, so these two things are very carefully observed, very carefully observed. Okay, let you see come out, let you see come out. Okay, now I'm creating one view. So create view number 7, right? Now I'm using with the schema binding. I'm using what now? With the schema binding. So when I'm using with the schema binding, okay, fine. As as anything you can write here. So select, for example, my data. This select. Suppose I'm using star. Okay, select a star from DEPT if I'm using. Okay, so what it was happening? It was accepted or not? Let you see, guys, here. Okay, so what it was telling, guys, here, what it was telling here. So see, first rule is what now? Star is not allowed. Star is not allowed in schema bound objects. Okay, here I'm using star now. Here am I using star now? So star is not allowed. Point is understand all of you. Point is understand all of you. First rule is what now? When I'm using with the schema binding statement, when I was created a view, then don't use a star in select query. So this point is clear, all of you. This point is clear, all of you. Right. So now what I want to do, don't use your star in place of star. Now I have to give it some column names directly. As you wish, how many columns you want to give it. Okay, column names I was given. But your department is a table name. But table name is not a prefixed with the DBO object. So DBO, okay, DBO is not prefixed here. Directly DEPT I'm writing. But what it was telling second rule, your table name, instead of this, if you confusion, like a table name, okay, refer with a prefixed statement. What is a prefixed statement here? Okay, DBO, this should be prefixed with the table name. DBO stands for database object dot table. So that should be prefixed, some compulsory prefixed with the DBO. So now here observe, I'm not prefixed with the DBO, just a table name passing. Let you see what it was happening. Let you see what it was happening, giving error. What it was telling, cannot a schema bind view 7 because name DEPT is invalid for schema binding. So name DEPT is invalid for schema binding. Then what I want to do, names must be in two parts format. Name must be in two parts format, two parts. But here only my name is a one part only, is only one part I'm showing now, but it is asking two part formats. So two part formats means, yes, I have to give like this, DBO dot. So DBO dot DEPT table, fine. So database object. So this is part one, and this is a part two. Now two-part format we design. Yes or no? Two-part. DBO is a one part, that is a prefixed statement, dot DEPT. So dot is separated here two parts. Dot is separated here two parts. One is DBO is a one part, DEPT is one part. Okay. Now we can see, now in my select statement, there is no star. In my select statement, there is no star, and your table name is prefixed with the DBO. Your table name is prefixed with the DBO. So that means that the two rules are be satisfied. Now let you come out. Let you come out to create. Yes, yes, yes. View is created. View is created now. Okay, now right. So now I just go to call select star from DEPT. Sorry, select star from V7. V7 you can call, and successfully data will be accessing now. How many columns you given, the successful data access. But now we can see after that means when you created view 7 with the schema binding statement, what it was happened, this view 7 are you created on which table, guys? Here DEPT table. Okay, now let you see I'm trying to drop a DEPT table. I'm trying to drop DEPT table. What it was happening, you can see. So I'm trying, but it was telling you cannot drop table DEPT because it is being referenced by object V7. So now what it was happened, until unless your original table is not dropping now, then your view is successfully working. Your view is successfully working. Why sir view is successfully working means here my DEPT table cannot drop. User cannot drop DEPT table. So until unless you cannot drop your DEPT, then your view is in working mode. View is in working mode. Okay now. But previously what happened here, without schema binding, if I'm created a view, okay, on that particular table, then the table can be dropped. The table can be dropped. Anybody can drop my table. So once the base table is dropped by anyone, then view is not working. So that's why here what I did here with the schema binding statement, what I did here, I just go to restricted my dropping a table. I restricted with dropping a table. So that is the advantage of, so until unless you didn't drop here, your view cannot be touched. That means view will be working, always working view, because you cannot drop a base table, then there is not affecting on view. So view always work. Okay. So that's why the schema binding, what I said, okay, when we want to restrict to drop a base table, which is used to create a view. So the base table, on which table we created a view, the base table you want to restrict to drop, there I can use a schema binding option. So whenever you want to create a view with a schema binding, okay, then on which base table your view is created with the schema binding, that base table you cannot drop it. So this is the purpose of a schema binding. So now three option with the check option is going to be checking purpose. With the encryption is going to be hiding purpose. With the schema binding, we want to give a restriction to drop base table purpose. Okay, now these are the three view options we are going to be using, guys. All of you clear? All of you clear, guys? The three statements, how we can use, what purpose we can use in the view. All of you clear now? Yes. Okay. So these are view option statement. Okay, with the check option, with the encryption, with the schema bind. Okay, right. And the second type of view is what now, guys? Here, complex view. What is the second type of view? Complex view. Let you come. So complex view, when a view is called as a complex view, means, observe, when a view is called as, what is your complex view? When a view is called as complex view means, first one, accessing data from multiple tables, data from multiple tables, then we called as a complex view. Okay, when we create a view, okay, to create a view, okay, by using joins, by using set operators, by using set operators, by using group by clause, by using having clause, by using distinct key, by using aggregative function, okay, by using subqueries. Okay now, so when a view is called as a complex view, when a view is called as a complex view means whenever a view is created, when a view is created to access data from multiple tables is called as a complex view. To create a view by using of join statement is called as a complex view. By using of set operators is called as a complex view. By using of group by is called as a complex view. By using of having is called as a complex view. By
Hello.
using of distinct keyword, complex view. Aggregated function, complex subquery.
దాడాలా
So in
నాకన్నా
this
లొకేషన్
any one,
అటుపక్క
if
అడవిలో
you did,
చూపిస్తుంది అందుకని
when you creating a table, sorry, when you
అమ్మయ్య
creating a view, to did any one of this, then those views are called as a complex views we called. That means simple manner. Whenever we created a view by using group by using having, by using distinct, by using aggregative function, by using set operators, by using of joins, by using of subqueries. Okay, in this any one should be there at the time of view creation, then that view is called as a complex views we call. That view
అప్పుడే
is called
ఓపెన్
as what
చేస్తుంది
now?
పాప
Complex
సరే
views called. Okay, right. Second point is what now? Complex, that means through a complex view, through a complex view, okay, we cannot perform DML operations. We cannot perform DML operation. That means simply we can say complex views are not supporting DML operations. Complex views are not supporting DML operations, but simple views are. What we said, guys, simple views are supporting DML operation now? Yes. Simple views are supporting DML operation. I can insert, I can update, I can delete. But complex views are not supported DML operations. Okay. Then complex is so that what it was happened, so that whenever we cannot perform or we didn't perform DML operations through a complex views on a base table, so that what happened here, these are so that complex views are also called as what now, non-updatable 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 views we called. So non-updatable means your base table data cannot be modified. Your base table data cannot be modified. That's why it is called as a non-updatable. So data can, because I cannot insert, I cannot update, I cannot delete. So your base table data cannot be changed. When it cannot be changed, then data is not updatable. So that's why it is called as a non-updatable. Okay, so let you see small example. One example I'm showing that you can understand that. So for example, I selected MyDB 6 p.m. In this, there are two tables are there. For example, EMP underscore Hyderabad, select a star from EMP underscore Chennai. These are the two tables, right? Already we know these tables here. On these two tables, I'm creating one view, guys. Here. View number 8 as view number 8 as okay. So now in these two tables between, I'm using one union operator. So union operator, can I say it is a complex view now? Yes, it is a complex. Sorry, union operator is called a set operator. So now I'm using set operator to execute this one. Yes, I can execute. So my view 8 successfully created, guys. My view 8 successfully created. That is a view number 8 you can call. Then it was going to be successfully. Select command is working and successfully created. The two tables data is combining together by using of union operator. and union operator in basic level concepts we discussed. Yes or no? So, okay, by using union operator, the two tables data we combine. But on these two tables of data result, whatever it was showing along with my view, now let you see. Now I'm going to insert to perform here operation. Insert into view number 8, sending values. Okay, now at 1026, some name is, for example, okay, spot, okay, and salary, for example, 66,000 and passing. So what it was happening, you can see view 8 through, I'm passing here my insert operation I'm performing here. But what it was telling, update or insert of view or function views and failed because it contains a derived and constant fields. That means a fixed columns. So that is what fixed columns. We cannot change it here. Now let you come out and see 1026 record is inserted into my table. No, not at all. So in my table, not inserted. And same to same. Suppose in through this complex view, I try to update it now. Update view number 8 set salary is equals to 10,000 where EID is equals to 1021. 1021 Sai 85,000 is there, but that I can go to executor now, then you cannot. Okay, now let you come out and see your base table is not changing this one. So 85 only showing, but not 10,000, but not a 10,000. So we cannot update. Like in the same to same delete from V number 8. So where I want to give here. So where EID is equals to 1024, I am deleting now. So 1024, I try to delete it, but it is also not deleted. So V8 not updatable because the definition contains union operator. Okay, now so we cannot delete. So that means what finally observed, guys, here we cannot delete, we cannot update, we cannot insert. So simply we called as a complex views are not supporting DML operations, so that it is called as a non-updatable. Then what it is supporting means it is supporting only it supports only which command, guys, here only select command. Okay, only select a command. So this is complex view. Like this 3-4 examples I was given in the document, guys, here you just practice, you just create but DML operations we cannot perform it. Okay, na? Right. So these are, guys, here complete your views concept. So today the views are completed, and tomorrow, okay, this notes after this class you will be getting this notes. My people are uploading this view notes. Okay, na? And tomorrow one more new concept will be started, and maximum in this week SQL part will be completed and we enter into TSQL part. So almost end of this month your batch is completed, guys. Okay, end of this month your batch will be completed. Okay, na? Right, guys. And 3 to 4 example 3 to 4 topics are there. Okay, so the topics we will be completed in SQL part. Okay, 3 to 4 topics. If that was finishing, then I started normalization. Okay, normalization. After normalization, we started into TSQL language. Okay, na? So some 3 to 4 concepts of SQL part and normalization. This will be finishing in this week. Maximum in this week it will be completed. So then I started TSQL, and TSQL I need 2 weeks of time, like 15 sessions I required to finishing TSQL language. So maximum end of this month your course is completed. Okay, na? Right, guys. Thank you so much.